Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my very first ever Sunday weekly reset video. I have several YouTube people that I follow and watch their weekly resets every single week, and watching them has got me in a routine of things that I do every single Sunday so that my week starts off with a good note. So there's a handful of things that I do, and I thought I would take you guys along with me today. The very first thing that I do is strip all of the beds. I actually had the kids strip theirs, which is why you saw me just throw theirs in the washing machine. So I strip all the beds and start the laundry. I want us all to have fresh, clean beds starting the week out. It just makes for such a relaxing Sunday night to like hop in a warm, just out of the dryer bed. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing I do. And then I go ahead and fold and catch up on any laundry that I need to do. I love to start the week with no laundry. My goal is always to literally start with no laundry, but that very rarely happens with 5 people in this household. But I do go ahead and get it done as much as I can. On this day, I think I had 1 or 2 loads to fold, so it wasn't too bad, but I'm sure there was more that they just didn't bring down like I told them to, if you know what I'm saying. And there were a few sheets that I needed to fold as well. I had to actually clean my the covers of my couch the other day, and so I had used these twin sheets to cover the couches while the covers were in the washing machine, if that makes sense. Kylie had actually accidentally spilled some chocolate milk on the couch, so I had to completely strip it all. So that's why I have these sheets and why I need to get them cleaned and folded and put away. Now the next thing I do is go ahead and get my fridge stocked and organized and ready for the week. Prepping food is a huge part of my weekly routine, of my Sunday routine, because having everything set up and ready to go for the week and easy to grab, for little hands to grab, is just so beneficial to me. For sure. So the first thing I do is go ahead and get all of the fruit washed. I picked these grapes up. It was like a bi-colored package at Aldi this week, and I went ahead and got them all washed, took them all off the vines, because I'm actually going to try something new with those this week that I'll show you in a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and wash the strawberries as well. I learned a tip maybe a couple of weeks ago, where when you put the strawberries in a container after you've washed them, you should put a paper towel down in the container first to soak up any moisture that may be left over on the strawberries, so that your strawberries do not rot or wilt. Do strawberries wilt? You know, so that they don't go bad, soften as bad as they, or as quickly as they would if you didn't do that. So I went ahead and put a paper towel down in there, and then I just cut all of the stems up. I will have to go back later once Finley, when she wants strawberries, and cut them into smaller pieces, but I do it this way so that if the older kids go in and want to grab some strawberries, they're able to do so. I have found that following this weekly routine has tremendously helped my week flow better, especially just because I know that there are certain things that get done on those specific days, and I don't have to worry about those things on any other day. It really is just so beneficial for my mind, and I really want to shout out Kelly from Kelly's Corner for starting this trend. I think she started it, but it has significantly changed my life. It's not an understatement. But this week we are going to throw the green grapes into little baggies, little snack size baggies, so that when the kids come home from school, or if they just want to snack throughout the day, they can just go in and grab a baggie from this little tray here. And I know that they're having something healthy. And then I also put some fruit dip. We have some caramel dip just in the front there in case they decide to have an apple, just so that we can keep track of them and know where they are. And then I just prep the rest of the fruit by putting the oranges into the fruit drawer there and wiping down the shelves before I sort of put everything back in there. I picked up some shelf liners at Aldi this week. And it's supposed to keep your food colder from the ribs, like allowing air in under it. And it is supposed to be easier to clean your refrigerator. You just take that out and wash it, which makes perfect sense to me. So I'm going ahead and laying those down. And then we have a nice clean refrigerator ready for the week. We're gonna cook that roast up tomorrow. And the kids have some snacks available: cheese, yogurt, grapes. Perfect snacks for them to take on the go. Next, my pantry. This one I would say is even more important than the refrigerator, especially for breakfast in our house. We are all about quick and easy breakfast options around here, and having a breakfast container set up and a snack container set up is so beneficial to how our family flows. And I know that sounds silly, but it just makes it so they don't have to ask me every time. They know what they can get, and it just makes everything flow better. And I do the same thing with Chris and I's coffee K-cups. I mean, we could grab them out of the box, but it just looks better when they're in these little containers, you know, just makes my whole pantry look better. So that's why we do the coffee, if I'm being 100% honest. But I'm just arranging all of the coffee into this little plastic container here. And then we're going to work on the breakfast one, which again is the most important one. So I always like to have a few options available for my kids. Some Pop-Tarts. Who doesn't love a good Pop-Tart? And then I'm adding this week some chocolate chip muffins. These are the Aldi brand, which I don't usually get, but I didn't want to go to another store just for muffins. So I went with the Aldi ones this week, and my kids are just going to have to, you know, they're just going to have to deal with it. I've decided that if I don't buy them the expensive stuff, maybe they'll just get used to the cheaper stuff. You know, that's my thought process on that. And then we have one final container that is breakfast/snacks. It has cereal bars, Z-bars, chocolate covered chewy dip bars, stuff like that. Again, just quick and easy snacks that they can grab if they need it. And the final thing that I need to do in the pantry is refill the cereal containers. I picked up Cinnamon Toast Crunch this week for Chris. He's the Cinnamon Toast Crunch eater. And then for the girls, Bryson doesn't eat cereal, but for the girls, I went ahead and picked up this chocolate Halloween one. It was new, or it's new at Aldi, I guess. It's like chocolate and marshmallows and all of that. So I figured they would absolutely love that to munch on this week. Sometimes they just eat cereal for snacks. Okay, so moving on to the third thing that I do on a weekly basis, and that is to give the entire downstairs a really good vacuum and mop. Now we have a robo vac that actually vacuums and mops, and we run that daily. However, I find that my floors still need a really good vacuum and mop at least once a week, just so that I know that it's done. I mean, that robo mop picks up a lot of dirt with having two dogs, so I don't know, I just like to give them a good cleaning every Sunday, and then I know it's done, and then I run the mop daily. There's Finley playing with the trash can because, you know, Finley. But I'm going ahead with my Shark vacuum, vacuuming under the couches, everywhere, the entire house, and then I'm going to take my Shark steam mop and give the floors a good mopping. We put like Lysol in the robo vacuum, but I like to give the floors a good steam clean once a week, you know, so that I know that we are starting the week off with a fresh, clean set of floors that are probably dirty within an hour of me cleaning them, because again, we have two big dogs and a muddy backyard, but at least I tried, right? That's all Mama can do, is try to keep the floors clean. We always joke and say that if my mother-in-law came to my house on a normal basis, that she would be shocked at how dirty my floors really are, because with 3 small children and 2 dogs, it is literally impossible to keep them clean. And there's Finley turning my lights off again. But I try the best I can, and that is all any of us can do. If anybody tells you that you can do better than you're doing, as long as you're doing your best, you tell them they are wrong, because, you know, they don't know us. They don't know what we do. Okay, after I mop the floors, the final thing that I do is I sit down and I plan out my week with a cup of coffee. I have been doing this and it has changed my life, I swear. I have been writing out when I'm going to be filming and editing YouTube videos. I write out what the kids have going on that week. I write out what we're eating for dinner so that I know what the plan is for that day, and the kids know, and Chris knows. If Chris wants to know what we're having for dinner, all he has to do is look at the paper, and he doesn't have to ask me about it. But this has really been helping me to better organize my life. I also will write down like what area of the home I'm going to be cleaning on which day, which again helps me astronomically to know that things have been done. And the final thing that I do every Sunday is take a bath. I got these the Buff City soaps, I believe is what they called, bath bombs from my friend for my birthday, and I've been loving them. These are the 5 best ones. They have so many good, I mean, these smell absolutely amazing. My whole bathroom smells like them at all times. So I'm just going to pick out a bath bomb, and I go with this gold and tan one for tonight. And that is the final thing that I do to complete my Sunday. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.